the cool girl way of carrying this bag. I have not ever purchased something so quickly in my life. Hi, I'm Sam and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Today we are going to be chatting all about the Louis Vuitton Palm Springs Mini, which I've had for about a month now. So without further ado, let's get into it. Once I actually decided that this was the bag that I wanted, then came the tricky part because I had to track one down. And if any of you have tried to get your hands on one, you may know that that can be a little bit hard to do. The first thing that I did was go to my local Louis Vuitton store. There was not a bag in stock for me to purchase, as I suspected there would not be. But I did talk with a really lovely sales associate and she told me that there were some in stock in other cities. Unfortunately, they weren't able to transfer from store to store with this item, at least not for me, just because I wasn't sure how long it would take for me to hear back or how long the wait list was or anything. I did go ahead and sign up for email notifications for when this bag came back in stock online. Although this did not help me whatsoever because when I got one of these emails, they would be sold out again in like 10 minutes. Then randomly one night, I just kind of decided to go back on the Louis Vuitton website and check. And sure enough, it just happened to be in stock. I have not ever purchased something so quickly in my life. Practical that this zipper means you can pretty much open the bag like halfway. You can really see all the contents in here, especially if you like lay it down like this. I feel like you can really play Tetris a bit with the inside of the bag and fit a ton of stuff in here. I sped this part up because it was kind of slow, but I'm just showing you all of the different things that I can fit in my bag: sunglasses, hand sanitizer, my big wallet, etc., etc. The thing that I'm the most impressed about is that my camera actually fits in this bag as well, in addition to everything that I just pulled out of it. The front pocket is really the only thing that's not practical for me when it comes to this bag, but even so, I still put things in here sometimes. I'm just not going to put something that I need to access all the time in there. One of the other things that makes this a really practical bag is that you can actually change the straps and wear it in a couple of different ways. You can clip them and unclip them really easily. These just kind of snap out of place. You can adjust the straps quite easily as well. They actually are just two totally separate pieces of leather. They connect to each other using these little gold kind of like dot things. So you can totally pull these apart if you want to. And then of course you can adjust them using the holes on the other side. You can see that it does fit pretty low on me, but I think this is kind of like the optimal place to have it, just at your lower back here. I am tall and I actually have the straps on the shortest that they can be, but I do have a pretty small torso comparatively. Like a lot of my height is in my legs. So just because you're shorter than me doesn't necessarily mean that this is going to be hanging like a ton lower. Having this bag just off of one shoulder is super casual, and I feel like it is just like the cool girl way of carrying this bag. Wearing a backpack, especially one that is a little bit further away from your body, like this one that hangs quite loose, does mean that you're a bit more susceptible to having your things stolen or getting pickpocketed if that's something that is a concern to you. So when you're wearing it like this, I feel like it's just a bit more safe and more like up close and personal. Your things are where you can keep an eye on them. I think it goes without saying that this is a bag that I saved up for and decided to purchase after having wanted it for quite some time and thought about it over a number of years. Obviously, when it comes to anything designer, there is a certain amount that you are just paying for the logo, the monogram here in this case. It's not going to be for everyone, and I totally get it if you think that it is just ridiculous that I spent this much money on a bag. I know my husband feels that way also, so you are not alone. In this case though, for myself, I do feel like this has been a good purchase. It's a very practical bag, so I have been carrying it a ton. And because it is a harder bag to find, it does have a really good resale value as well. Even though this bag has been around for a number of years, there was a more recent update to it, and that is in regards to the zipper. So they made this change in 2020, and prior to that, the zipper was actually underneath this flap here, kind of similar to the way that you'll see that this front zipper is. Unfortunately, what that means is that it's a little bit harder to use. Even this front pocket here, I never really put anything in here because it's just kind of annoying. This zipper is much harder to open, and this flap will kind of get caught in it if I'm not careful. And that, from what I hear, is what was happening with the front zipper on the older style. So they just kind of redid it like this so that there's no issues at all now in opening it. I think this flap was getting damaged on a lot of people's bags because it was getting caught in the zipper so often. And I'm sure everyone will have their own opinion. I personally would choose the functionality of this over the other bag any day, but I know that there are some people out there who don't love the way that the exposed zipper looks. So if you're one of those, I would just try and find one on a resale site that is the older version, because I know that they are still out there. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that it has been helpful if you have a Louis Vuitton Palm Springs Mini, or if you're looking to get one. I absolutely love mine, and if you have any questions, you can always leave me a note down in the comments, or you can send me a DM if you're following me on Instagram. Also, if you're not subscribed to this channel already, it would really mean so much to me if you could take a second and click that subscribe button. I do post new videos every single Wednesday, and we are getting so close to 2,000 subscribers on this channel, which is amazing. I got to 1,000 subscribers last October, and it just blows my mind that in less than a year, I could double that amount. So thank you to everyone who is subscribed. Those of you who aren't, I hope that you will consider doing it. And with that, I guess I'll see you next Wednesday with a brand new video. Bye!